Welcome to our video lesson on the Unit 2 Midpoint Quiz Study Guide. The purpose of this video is to help you understand and review the key concepts, events, and figures that will be covered in your Unit 2 Midpoint Quiz. By the end of this lesson, you will be well prepared to successfully complete the quiz. Throughout this video, we will go through a series of slides that cover important historical periods, such as the Renaissance, the Scientific Revolution, and the Enlightenment, as well as significant events like the American and French Revolutions. We will also discuss influential thinkers and their contributions to science, politics, and philosophy. Remember, you can use this video and the accompanying study guide provided by your teacher as you complete the test. We strongly encourage you to take advantage of these resources to ensure you have a thorough understanding of the material. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at a map of Europe in 1780. This map will help us understand the geographical context of the events we will discuss. You can access a readable version of the map through the provided link. Notice the different countries and their borders, which will change significantly due to the events of the late 18th century. Now let's discuss the relative locations of some key countries in Europe in 1780. France, located in Western Europe, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Spain to the south, and the Holy Roman Empire to the east. Spain, situated in southwestern Europe, bordered by France to the northeast, the Mediterranean Sea to the east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. Holy Roman Empire, a large entity in Central Europe, encompassing modern-day Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and parts of Italy and the Netherlands. Great Britain, an island nation to the northwest of mainland Europe, bordered by the Atlantic Ocean and the North Sea. Russia, located in Eastern Europe and extending into Asia, bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north and the Ottoman Empire to the south. Ottoman Empire, spanning southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa, bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the west and the Persian Empire to the east. Sweden, situated in northern Europe, bordered by Norway to the west, Finland to the east, and the Baltic Sea to the south. Poland, Lithuania, a large state in Eastern Europe, bordered by the Holy Roman Empire to the west, Russia to the east, and the Ottoman Empire to the south. Understanding the relative locations of these countries will help us better grasp the geopolitical dynamics of the time. Here is a timeline of major historical periods and events that we will cover. The Renaissance spanned the 1400s to the 1500s, followed by the Scientific Revolution from 1500 to 1700. The Enlightenment took place during the 1600s and 1700s. The American Revolution occurred from 1775 to 1783, and the French Revolution from 1789 to 1799. These periods are crucial for understanding the development of modern Western thought and society. The Scientific Revolution was a period of great change in how people viewed the world. Increased trade brought new goods and ideas, leading to the establishment of new trade routes and sea travel expansion to find a faster route to Asia. The Renaissance sparked interest in math and sciences, and universities began to study ancient science and philosophy instead of just church-approved literature. The Reformation led people to question the church and move away from religion. The Scientific Revolution had several significant effects. It led to the creation of new sciences and mathematics, the formation of the scientific process, and new ways of logical thinking. People began to question assumptions and authority, including the church and monarchies. The Catholic Church's power weakened, and scholars applied new scientific truths to politics and economics, leading to the development of systems like mercantilism and capitalism. Nicholas Copernicus was a Polish astronomer who proposed the heliocentric model of the solar system, which we use today. He claimed that the sun, not the Earth, is the center of the solar system, challenging the Church's geocentric model. Notice that in the geocentric or Earth-centered model of the universe, the Earth is at the center, and all other heavenly bodies, including the sun and the moon, revolve around it in a perfect circle. In the heliocentric theory, the sun is at the center of the solar system with only the moon revolving around the Earth and the other heavenly bodies, planets and stars, including the Earth, revolve around the Sun. Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer, physicist, and engineer, built a better telescope to observe space. He confirmed Copernicus's heliocentric theory and made significant observations, including the moons of Jupiter and Saturn's rings. Galileo also improved inventions like the compass and thermometer. Isaac Newton, an English mathematician, physicist, astronomer, alchemist, and theologian, developed the theory of universal gravitation and invented calculus. His work laid the foundation for modern physics. Robert Boyle, an Anglo-Irish philosopher, chemist, physicist, alchemist, and inventor, was a pioneer of the scientific method. He laid the groundwork for the discovery of atoms and matter. Francis Bacon, an English philosopher and statesman, advanced the scientific method. He emphasized gaining scientific knowledge through observation and logical reasoning. The Enlightenment was a period in the 1600s and 1700s when people started to think differently about the world. They used reason and science to understand life and improve society. Enlightenment thinkers believed in individual rights, liberty, and equality. They applied scientific reasoning to politics and society, leading to significant changes in governance and economic systems. Montesquieu believed in the separation of government into three branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. These are the same three branches in many modern democracies around the world today, including the United States. He argued that monarchy and republics could be good forms of government, but dictatorship was never acceptable. John Locke believed that everyone is born with natural rights: life, liberty, and property. His ideas directly influenced the Declaration of Independence and the American Revolution. Locke argued that the government's job is to protect these rights. Thomas Hobbes, in his work Leviathan, viewed humans as naturally selfish and evil, leading them to make bad decisions. He believed that an absolute monarchy was necessary to rule over people. Voltaire advocated for the separation of church and state, arguing that the church should not be involved in government affairs. Rousseau believed in a social contract between people and their government. He argued that the government is responsible for protecting the people and should do what the people expect of it. He also believed that if the government does not do its job, then it is the right of the people to replace it. Congratulations on making it to the end of our Unit 2 Midpoint Quiz video study guide. Now let's put your knowledge and critical thinking skills to the test with a challenge. Reflect on the ideas of the Enlightenment and how they have shaped the world we live in today. Think about the following quote from John Locke. "All mankind, being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions." Consider how Locke's ideas about natural rights and equality are reflected in modern society. Can you identify any current events or issues where these principles are being upheld or challenged? By completing this challenge, you'll not only reinforce your understanding of the Enlightenment, but also connect historical ideas to the world around you. Remember, history is not just about the past. It's about understanding the present and shaping the future. Good luck, and keep questioning and exploring, young history scholars.